today I'm showing you how I make my corn chowder, and then I will show you how I freeze dry it. Okay, so here we have my ingredients. We have potatoes, we have whipping cream, heavy cream, this spice and this spice, ham, chicken broth, corn, diced onion, and diced red peppers. In here we have a tablespoon or two of butter that I'm just going to melt down. Now that the butter is melted, we're going to add our onion and our red pepper and our spices. So here's our onion. Here's our red pepper. Give that a stir. And our spices. You can add whatever spices you like. It's supposed to be thyme, but I was out of thyme. Out of thyme. And I'm like tripling this recipe. So I'm just going to put a lot of my spice in. Okay. So then you're going to give that a stir, and you're going to let that saute for about 8 minutes. You want the peppers and the onions to be soft. It's very steamy. Now we're going to add our corn and our potatoes. Try to do this one-handed. There we go. Add our potatoes. Corn. We'll also add our chicken stock. I might need to add some more chicken stock. Give that a stir. Okay, so I added some more stock, and I actually added another can of corn. It's a really beautiful soup. So now what we're going to do, we're going to turn the heat up, we're going to cover it and boil it for 10 minutes till these potatoes get nice and soft. Okay, so you can see it's been boiling for a while, and I'm just going to take my spoon. I don't know if you can see, it's too foggy, but I'm smashing just some of the potatoes against the side to make sure they're done. Okay. Once you have that done, then you're going to add your ham. This recipe actually calls for bacon, but I wanted to do ham instead. So if you do the bacon, you'll cook the bacon at the very, very beginning and then add everything into the bacon grease. So there's my ham. Once you add your ham in and stir it up, then you're going to add your heavy cream. And give that a nice stir. Oh, it's such a pretty soup, and it's so delicious. Okay, I added a little salt and a little pepper. Taste it, make sure it tastes good. Add whatever spices you think needs to be added. And then you're going to let this kind of just sit and meld and let all those flavors mix together for half hour to an hour. Now that my soup is done, I have my big pot here and my 4 trays, and I'm going to just load them up. I want to try and make them as even as possible. So I'm going to stir up my soup. And then I've got a measuring cup because I want to try and get the same amount on each tray. You can see that I have my trays all filled up. I tried to make them as even as possible. Now I'm just going to go put them in the freeze dryer, and I will let you know how long they take. All right, here is our freeze-dried soup. It took 40 hours and it's totally done. So I love how it looks exactly the same as when I put it in. Still bright and colorful. What you want to do is find like a big potato and make sure it's dry. This is dry. Whoa. So yeah, I'm going to package these in individual sized portions so that when I don't want to make dinner or when we're in a rush, I can just throw them in the pot and boil some water and have soup. And I'll show you how it rehydrates now. Okay, so I'm going to rehydrate this now. So I have a little of the soup in a bowl. I tried to get a little bit of everything, the potato, the ham, the corn, the pepper. And I'm just going to pour some hot water in there. Now normally to rehydrate, I would just get a pot of boiling water with how much soup I had. So if I have 5 cups of soup in my bag, I'd put 5 cups of boiling water and then let it come to a boil, drop the soup in, and let it rehydrate. Okay, so it's been sitting here for a couple minutes. The thing that took the longest to rehydrate was the ham and also the corn. The peppers are rehydrated and the potatoes went the fastest. So yeah, when you're rehydrating this, just make sure you get your pot of boiling water, and you can just leave the lid on and let it sit and rehydrate for a few minutes before you serve it up.